Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Shane, are you pumped, baby?
Yes, thank you
Are
for
you
having
pumped
me
up?
today.
Yeah, man. I know it's early over there in Japan. I'm in Tokyo. I'm waking you up.
No,
Samurai
no,
guy's
no.
waking you up.
How are
Thanks
you?
again. I'm great, man. Thanks again for
Good.
being on the show, man. It's a
No,
huge
thank you for
honor.
having me.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and yes, and hey, everybody watching right now. That's right,
Hello.
Samurai Guy's hanging out with martial arts family royalty today. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna be talking martial arts, ninjas, all that good stuff. You know, I got to represent Japan. I got the Sonny Chiba
Oh, nice.
Street Fighter shirt. You know, I got to represent. That's
Nice.
right. Hey, when you got to fight, you got to fight dirty. There you go. It's right there on the shirt. Got to represent, son. But
Kill
yeah,
Bill.
thanks again for being here and hanging out, man. And
No,
we got a lot
it's
to
an
talk
honor.
about because you have
Yes.
a legacy, sir, and your legacy is just growing and getting bigger and better. And we got people watching right now. Dan the
Oh,
Man's Movie Room says the legendary
no.
Kosugi family in the Heezy. That's right.
Thank you.
That's right.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
good. Thanks again for watching and tuning in, everyone.
Yeah, thank
Uh,
you, everyone.
but we got to start with the man. We
Mhm.
got to give the shout out to your father,
Yes.
the legend himself, Sho Kosugi. He started it all. I mean, he
Yes.
really kicked it off in Enter the Ninja.
Yeah.
Really kicked things off over here in America.
Mhm.
Look at that poster. See, y'all don't make good, awesome posters anymore. God damn it. This makes me want to see the movie. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
But as much as I'm a big big Nero fan, I love Django.
Mhm.
Obviously, he's not a martial artist.
Mhm.
You could just tell from that one scene where he was bootlegging the nunchucks.
Mhm.
I think I could do better than that. But he's just brought in for his name. He wasn't a martial artist,
Yeah. Yeah.
but still, the action
Mhm.
in Enter the Ninja was so good. That really kicked things off.
Mhm.
Canon Films,
Yeah.
Golden Globus doing
Yeah.
their thing, really kicking it off. There's all these little debates around this time. No, actually, this movie came before. Like, nah, that's true. There's other movies
Mhm.
that came out before, but this one really, in my opinion, really kind of kicked things off here in America. Do you agree with that?
Uh-huh. Yes, I totally agree. I mean, it was the start of like, the early 80s with Canon and all the, like the action movies that they made, which kind of set off, like all the other, like kind of like a domino effect, right? Like
Yeah.
Rambo and, what is it, Predator and all that stuff. So, I mean, they were the trendsetters in the 80s. So,
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny because there's actually more love
mhm,
for canon, films now, I believe.
mhm,
There's such a
mhm,
cult following, and now it's
yeah,
growing and growing,
yeah,
People they love those movies. A
yeah,
lot of people are like, people forget Bloodsport was canon.
yeah,
A
yeah.
lot of people forget that, of course, a
Yeah,
lot of the Chuck Norris movies and stuff like that.
yeah,
But yeah, this really kicked it off. Your father is phenomenal. I mean, I grew up watching him,
yeah.
and Revenge of the Ninja. Look at this shot. Look at this shot.
Beautiful shot.
Look at this. Revenge of the Ninja really was like, I
Yeah.
lost it when I saw this when I was young. I couldn't believe what I was watching. And yeah, I just became a fan for
Hmm.
of all of his movies over the years. And
Hmm.
I'm still a big, huge fan now. But man,
Nice.
you and Kane, shout out to Kane, by the way, another
Thank
legend.
you.
Yeah,
Yes.
love Kane. He's another legend. Got to get him on the show in the future at some point. But both of you growing up in the film industry as young
Hmm.
actors. I mean,
Yeah.
look at these babies. Look
Yeah.
at these guys here.
Nice haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of you growing up in the industry here, and you were in Revenge of the Ninja, Nine Deaths of the
Yeah.
Ninja, Pray for Death,
Yeah.
Black Eagle, a lot of favorites here. What was it like, you know, uh, being in the industry as a small, child actor, but your dad is the star, doing all the fight choreography and all that? I mean, that must have been pretty wild.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like to be totally honest, like you
Yeah,
don't actually realize how lucky you are until like you look back maybe like 5, 10, 15, 20 years later.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and so like, when I was on set and got the opportunity to be in the movies, um, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was just like heaven for me, it was just so much fun. But then like looking back now, Oh man, I mean, I could have learned, so much more just watching, kind of like instead of going out playing or, like resting. Yeah, but nowadays, whenever I'm on set, I just want to absorb everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah. Copy that. Copy that.
yeah.
Was there any? I love this shot right here. Look at that. Was there any difficulties that your father through some of the films, was he having any issues with like look, you guys are not following my type of action?
Yeah.
I'm
Uh-huh.
sure there must have been some kind of pushback until he got his ways. Like, look, this is how the action should be.
Yeah.
You know, was there any of that during
Uh, but,
his movies?
I mean, my dad is a perfectionist in
Mm,
his own and he has his own style, and so of course, if the director, the producer, and everyone didn't really agree with his style, of course there's going to be
right.
I don't want to say bad blood, but kind of like arguments going on, and I think they're in every sense of making movies, there's got to be, discussion and,
Yeah.
which is the best way to shoot it. Of course, time management, et cetera, et cetera, So, yeah, I mean, it's necessary, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. So sometimes it makes each other better too.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
like, oh,
exactly.
okay. There's a little bit of friendly competition too.
Yeah,
It's like, all
yeah.
right, he did that jump kick. All right, I'm gonna jump off the wall and spin and land
Yeah,
with mine. So yeah, I get it.
definitely.
I get that. But
Yeah.
he's so unique.
Hmm.
He's so unique. And not that many people were doing this type of fight choreography back then. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, and I mean, you got to understand, he basically growing up doing martial arts and being like such a a perfectionist and a professional. He
yeah.
wanted everything just like perfect,
Hmm.
and some of the things that I took from, like his teachings and just watching him is, you know, if you're gonna do action, you want to do it if possible in one take. you know just prep for it, think about certain things that could go wrong, that might go wrong, and implement it in your head so that you could be really flexible if something happens. And just because usually the first take, the second take are usually the best takes.
Right. Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Copy that. Copy that.
Yeah.
And speaking of going back to conflicting styles,
Uh-huh.
everybody remembers this fight from Black Eagle. It's the
Uh-huh.
one big fight with,
Yes.
your dad and Van Damme.
Van Damme.
Two
Yes.
totally different fighting styles.
Yes.
But it's the best part of the film. I mean, that's
Of
our
course.
favorite part of the film. Uh, has your dad mentioned working with Van Damme? Was it difficult? Was it easy? Was it easy to work with? Or was it
Well,
was it kind of a
uh,
challenge?
I think I haven't directly asked them, but then
Okay.
during that time, I could see there's some sort, of course, two martial artists, doing an action film together, um, and being at the point of, Van Damme was like, going up in his stature and
Yeah.
his fame and stuff, and so I assume like there was, kind of uh competition in
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, I mean, you didn't have to ask. I think you could see it. There was like,
Mhm.
who should win, or who should do this kind of kick, or this kind of like reaction, or whatnot.
Right. Right. Right.
So yeah,
Yeah. But at the end of the day, the important thing is that it was a great fight.
it
I mean,
was. Yes.
they're surrounded by fire. I mean, come
Yeah.
on, man. And we
Yeah.
got some more people watching right here. What's up, Anubis? Good to see you.
Nice.
Here we go.
Thank you.
The Kosugi family is the goat. There
Thank
we
you.
go. uh, but yeah, I mean, see, people when you grow up with this stuff, we have these wonderful memories.
Hmm.
But the new audience coming in, they're discovering these movies on Blu-ray for the first time and stuff
Oh
like
yeah.
that. And a lot of them are, they're making new fans for these
Yeah.
films.
Yeah.
But some of them that kind of missed what was special about the canon era.
Mhm.
And what they've missed is the movies are fucking fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the most important thing, you know.
Yeah.
Not all studios have their stinkers, right? But that's when I think of canon, I think of fun,
Uh-huh.
and this is fun. I mean,
Yeah.
what other? I mean, look at it. You got two ninjas, badass ninjas, fighting on the rooftop of a
Yeah.
building in broad
Yeah.
daylight. Come on, let's go. It's just fun.
Yeah.
And here's a good example of how fun these movies are. You're not going to get these kind of villain deaths in movies today, but
Yeah.
back when Enter the Ninja came out, this scene happened. That's got to go down as one of the greatest villain deaths in movie history, son.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays, it's I think
we have.
I think it's quite hard to do a lot of those, like the 80s or the 70s, the 80s, the maybe the early 90s, to actually do all those kinds of, like actions and, like actual stunts and, no CGI, that's for sure.
Right.
Yeah. So,
and you got to throw in the humor
yeah,
once in a while, like scenes like that. Everybody remembers this villain death because it was hilarious. It was so good. There we go. They don't make them like they used to. There we go. Yeah, for sure.
Yes,
for sure. But with legends like Shane here, we're bringing this stuff back, son, and we're gonna get to Seek in a little bit. Here. We're gonna lead up to that. But yeah, you're a part of so many projects, and I got a show right. Or hold on one second. Let's talk about this one right here. Barashi Fight.
Yes.
Oh, and you're producer of this.
Yeah, so I was one of the actors and the producer for this one was the main role, Kansuke Asano in Seek, and so I did the action choreograph for that one as well.
Nice.
And yeah,
and for those of you that are watching right now, you can actually watch this movie on Tubi.
Yeah,
so I'm definitely going to be checking it out. That's right.
Thank you. It's
It's
more comedy.
Right?
Yes. So.
Cool. Any fun villain deaths?
No deaths.
Okay.
But it's quite humorous because I don't want to like spoil too much of it, but like it uses like theater, like inside the theater hall, they have like different like divisions or how do you say it? Like departments, right? Like the lighting, the audio, and for the action they use those like equipment to fight. So it's quite humorous.
Hilarious. Okay, all right. I'm told. So you guys can check it out on Tubi, which I will be doing.
Thank you.
But man, I mean, so many cool projects you've been a part of here. I mean, how was it working with this guy? Sonata?
Yeah.
What? Get out of here, man. With The Last Samurai. How was this?
So I was lucky to get the chance to be able to be in The Last Samurai and be able to go to New Zealand for like 4.5 months to shoot The Last Samurai with just wonderful actors. And I mean they're so like Hiroyuki Sanada was and also Watanabe Ken and also like the other Japanese casts were just so nice. And they, you could tell they wanted to make this movie, extra special. And so they worked really hard with, all the cast members and the extras and, fighting, the fight coordinators and everything like that. And so, I mean, I didn't have any bad memories of that. I mean, it's just so much fun.
Yeah. I mean, I'm an idiot. When I saw the trailer for this, I was like, man, Tom Cruise, what is this? This is Dances with Wolves with samurai in it.
No.
Well, I didn't go see it in the theater. And then when it came out on video, my dad rented it. And I was like, oh, fine. I sat down and my jaw dropped while watching the movie. I couldn't believe how good it was. I felt like such an idiot not going to see it in the theater, especially when the ninja battle scene is the one a lot of people talk about and remember. Did you think they did the ninja justice with that scene?
I did. For my preference, I I kind of wanted it a little bit longer, but that's just me.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, I mean, they did it. We did those night shoots. I think it was for 1 week.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I think that that night battle scene we did like we actually needed like 2 to 3 days for shooting and prepping and rehearsals and stuff like that. So
Copy that. There you go.
yeah,
Anubis says, you look amazing. You're secretly a vampire.
a vampire.
Well,
No.
spoilers, that was our secret, Anubis. You're not supposed to say anything. But yeah, I mean, how cool was this? This is so cool. And I'm even more excited for not just Seek, but another upcoming project with another martial arts legend, Scott Adkins. What?
Yeah.
Working with this legend.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how I got the chance to, get on board with that one, but yeah, I actually met the producers for, well, it was Death March, but now it's Prisoner of War.
Right.
And they wanted to like cast Japanese action people as well as like extras for the movie that was supposed to be shot in the Philippines. And yeah, they asked me, and then they asked if I could round up other action actors as well. And yeah, that's how it started. I mean, yeah, so happy to be involved with that. And like my brother worked with Scott in Ninja 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, right there. Yeah.
Phenomenal fight.
Yeah. So I mean, they're both just
so
awesome, awesome action martial artists. And I mean, they're actually I just met with Scott's in Japan right now, and I actually met him and with my brother. We had dinner, and
nice.
I mean, I mean, what else can you ask for? Like the two greatest martial artists, they're just like so nice, and it's so fun to work with them. So it's an honor.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with everything you just said, but this fight was so good.
Yeah, and I actually heard that Scott actually hurt his back, and he was like, actually he had what was it like for that before that he hurt his back, and during that time he actually had back pains for that. So I mean, it's just unbelievable. Yeah,
you wouldn't be able to tell watching that fight. Especially when they start busting on weapons and stuff. It's phenomenal. I actually had a chance to interview the legendary Isaac Florentine. I had him on the show a while back, and he liked the first Ninja, but when Ninja 2 came out, he was like, we finally got it. We finally got it, because the first movie he was more going for like a superhero comic book movie look and vibe. But with the second one, he was just like, now we're cooking. And what a phenomenal fight, man. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this when this comes out. When this comes out, we got to have you back on the show so we can talk about it. But yeah, I mean, I'm not the only one excited. You got Kung Fu Kingdom over here. Shout out to them. They have the film on their top 15 most anticipated martial arts movies of 2025. So I'm not the only one, man. So yeah, we're excited.
I think it comes out in the States in September, right? I think it's September 19th or something like that. So yeah,
mark your calendars, everyone.
Yeah,
that's right.
Definitely.
Yeah, got to support Shane and
Scott Adkins, Mandalore, Louis Mandalore directing, as well as Peter Shinkoda.
What a talent Louis is! I've been a fan of Louis for years now. He's so good. He just does everything.
Yeah,
he's a true filmmaker, actor, martial artist, but he's direct. He's doing everything. I mean, he's so good.
Yeah, I mean, multi-talented person.
Yeah.
Great honor to work with him too.
Yeah, copy that. Maybe you guys do some more collabing in the future. Of course, we will be down for that.
Yeah.
But then I came across this short film called Kage.
Oh yes.
And I was like, oh shit! It's definitely giving me, taking me back to those, Shinobi no Mono days. I love those movies.
Yes.
And I had to watch this, man, and I really enjoyed it. And you know what I loved most about it? Not just the look, not just the action, but what I loved most about it was visual storytelling. I feel is kind of like a dying art.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see that in short films and movies and animated films, when there's visual storytelling where they don't treat the audience like they're idiots,
Yeah.
and to trust the audience to be smart enough
Mhm.
to understand what's happening with minimal dialogue.
Yeah.
I love that kind of stuff. And Kage,
Thank
man,
you.
how was it filming that?
Yeah, so the main actor and also the director, producer, he did everything, editor, Takeshi Maya. He was actually I actually met him on The Last Samurai.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yes, and so we kept in touch, and he asked me if I would be interested in doing that, and I was all like, of course. And he was actually um, he grew up in under Sonny Chiba as well. He was in the group called Japan Action Club,
Yeah.
so with all the greats and everything like that. So I mean, why wouldn't I want to work with them?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for
it's a
sure.
no-brainer. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I really enjoyed it. But let's have some fun here. Everybody watching right
Yes.
now. Let's look at some of the action from
Okay.
Kage.
Thank you.
Yeah. Woo.
Yes.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm pumped from watching that. But yeah, really, really, really enjoyed that. Now we're talking films and we're on a roll. We're leading up to Seek here, but I gotta rewind a little bit
Okay.
because me and my wife, I'm
Mhm.
sure everybody watching too, we're all huge fans of a little show called Ninja Warrior. At least that's what it was
Oh.
called over here.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
called that over here. And
Yeah.
when we saw you and Kane, we were like, oh shit, the Kosugi brothers are here. And we were like, we were cheering for you guys. We loved it.
Thank you.
We loved watching you guys perform. How did you guys get involved in that? Did they ask you, or you guys are like, hey, let's have some fun and let's enter this competition?
Well, first of all, it was actually when they started doing that Ninja Warrior. It's called Sasuke in
Right.
Japan. They had
Mhm.
um, other types of events, and my brother joined in those events first, and then so when they started that Sasuke, my brother joined that, and then I think maybe a year later or so, I joined in,
Yeah.
and then started doing that as well.
Yeah.
So
Just having fun.
yeah,
That's what it's all
yeah, yeah,
about.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
let's
tough though.
continue. Let's go. It's crazy, man. But
Yeah.
that's what made us watch. We're rooting for all the warriors, all the contestants. But let's have some more fun and let's watch Shane in action here.
Okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't have made it. The first jump.
Uh-huh.
No, I would have just bit it. I would have botched it right there. But yeah, man, it was fun
Thank
watching
you.
you guys, and we rooted for you. We had a lot of we had a blast watching. Yeah, there we
Thank
go.
you. Yeah, my brother is still doing Sasuke right now.
No way,
Yes, yes,
Kane.
yes.
Kane, you're
He's
a
yes.
maniac, and we
Yeah,
love you.
he's I think he's one of the oldest contestants on it, and he's still like doing pretty good. So
That's amazing.
yeah.
I'm not surprised. That's amazing. How fun. But yeah, man, I
Yeah.
had to show that. We had to go back in time
Thank
a
you.
little bit right there.
Thank you.
But yeah, man, now it's time. We're gonna rev up to Seek. But
Yes.
first, I've noticed that the idea was a short film, award-winning short
Yes.
film.
Yes.
Was this kind of like where the seed was planted, and you were like, "Hey, let's expand on this for the feature film"? How did this come about?
So like, yeah, I actually came up with the idea like probably like 10, 15 years ago, and I just like started writing ideas for like short movies and like different concepts and stuff like that. And actually, the actor producer Kansuke Asano, so we worked together, and then we were talking about, oh, we should make something together. And he's all like, yeah, why don't we make a short film? And he's all like, how about next month? And I'm okay. And so like I have a few ideas in my archives. Which one do you think we should do? And he picked the one about the ninja, and then we expanded it, and then we tried to decide what we could shoot and in the limited amount of time. And yeah, we came up with that, and then we actually shot it in, I think it's 3 days.
Oh wow!
So
Okay.
yeah, no budget. Everything was, we got all the locations for free, and got all the action guides for free, and they helped out and everything like that. So yeah.
Copy that. But now we're gonna get to it right here. We're gonna debut the trailer right here on the channel, son. That's right.
Thank you.
Hold on to your butts. Get ready. Grab your ninja throwing stars, because this looks like it's gonna be a bumpy but awesome ride. Let's check out Seek.
Japan has always been protected by shadow warriors, samurais, ninjas. Seek.
Kotsuki Sojiro 率いる高槻組は日本最大のヤクザ映画界の傘下組織。今日ユキの救出はもちろんだけど RDX の使用情報収集や町田の狙いの分析もあなたならできるわよね。
ああ。
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey. Oh. What?
Thank
what?
you.
That trailer scratched the ninja action itch, baby. Oh man, just the fight choreography, the 2-on-1s, the 3-on-1s. I mean, I'm already blown away by the movie, man.
Thank you.
You know, and we got to have some more fun. We got to watch it again, and by all means, give us a little behind the scenes commentary, if you will. I would love. Okay, no spoilers, of course.
Of course.
But man, I am pumped up here. Look at this. Everyone else is pumped up. Badass trailer.
Thank
there you
you.
go. This looks sick. And Ian Kane, yes, Emergence 2028. He says rad. Yeah, another filmmaker. Everyone's clapping.
Thank you.
Everyone's losing their shit. which they should, right? Why? Because we have a Kosugi at the helm, too, and of course the whole team of badasses.
Yes.
But yeah, let me go ahead and bring this up again.
Yes.
And big, huge shout out, of course, to Film Combat Syndicate leader himself, Lee B. Golden. Yeah, he has this trailer on his site and the YouTube channel. So we're going to watch it again right here. Let me make sure we're brought up. All right. So again, how muted there. How long did it take to put this project together?
So it took about 3 weeks for shooting. So basically we
Nice.
shot in all in Japan, but basically in the city of Nagoya, also Yamanashi, and then Tokyo. Oh,
Nice.
also sorry, I think Tochigi as well, one part. So
nice. Look at that shot. That's
yeah,
great. Love that. Oh, just the movement, everything, man. Now everyone has different, their own different styles, right? And
yes,
that's great, right? We want everyone to be their own individual, don't copy everyone, right?
yeah.
You want to do your own thing and stand out. And you have other legends like Kenji Tanigaki,
yes,
you have Kensuke Sonomura, all that, and Sakaguchi.
yes,
But I'm noticing, they all three of them have their own styles, but I'm noticing with the fight choreography in this, it's unique. It's not like their style.
Yeah,
it's very different, and that's what we want. More variety out there.
Exactly.
You want to go to the buffet of martial arts, And I just love the movement.
Thank
Everything
you.
is so good. What is your take on Kenji and Kensuke?
Oh no, I think all those how do you say, not only action guys, but directors, producers. There's a lot of things to learn from everyone, and I'm still learning so much, and to be thrown into the director's chair and not have tons of experience compared to everyone else. You don't know if your full vision can actually relate to the screen, right? And so you want to try to do your best, but there's some things that you can't do. And with the limited amount of budget, we wanted to try to keep it as real as possible, not do too much VFX or CGI and stuff. Try to make it old school and do it for real, and the audience will understand that kind of emotion, that kind of feeling. And I wanted to try to pay homage to all the action people that paved the way before me. And so we made one of the scenes, we did a oneer for 5 minutes inside that the warehouse scene is a oneer. So
man, that's crazy. I'm reading I'm listening to you, but I'm reading the comments here. Look at
the
same, it would be boring, right?
yeah, exactly.
There's the man right there. Look at K, man. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, I actually we were looking for the head Yakuza role, and we couldn't find that person, and we were thinking, at the end, that person has to do a little action, right? And I wasn't really sure if my brother would, do it. And, I asked him, he's like, of course, and I'm all like, oh man, thank you so much. You just feel so honored that everyone is, has that kind of feeling to support you and stuff like that. I mean, what else can you ask for? So
that's what it's all about. Just everybody working together, coming together to make something special, to create something.
Yes.
And I know. Don't shortchange yourself, Shane. I'm a first-time director. Hey, from what I'm seeing so far in this trailer, my pet peeve is, if you guys have been watching the channel for years, my pet peeve is show the goddamn fights. You're doing the directing, so thank God we can actually see all the beautiful movement. We can actually see all the fight choreography.
Yeah.
You know, and it's
Thank
such a
you.
waste when you have such talented performers in other projects, and the editor either screws it up, or
Yeah.
the director doesn't really know how to
Yeah.
shoot the action. So it looks like
Uh-huh.
we are in good hands, sir. So yeah,
Well,
phenomenal.
actually, the action director was the guy, the main guy, Kansuke Asano, fights his, like his old ex-partner.
Yeah.
His name is Yo. Actually, that guy is the action director. His name is Yasuaki Ishii, and he did a lot of the action, and he did a wonderful job. And I told him, this is what I want. Get as close as
Yeah.
possible to that, and he did it perfect. He did an excellent job. So
Well, huge shout out to him. Yeah, man. Great job. And it's not looking too good for whoever Kane's punching right now.
Here's a quick thing, right? So this is the bartender scene, right? And he's like kind of like agitated with his second in command, right?
Yeah.
And if you guys actually, I don't want to spoil it, but like if you can see who that bartender is, and really take a really good look. I mean, it's really hard to see his actual face.
Yeah.
But you might notice him from somewhere.
Let's see if we can catch him.
I don't think you can catch him because I edited it the way where you can only see like a partial. He comes into the frame actually in the real one, and you can't actually see his face because he's in the shadows, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, if anyone finds out who he is, please let me know.
Yeah, let us know. Yeah, a little Easter egg fun there.
Yeah, definitely.
But I mean, look at this. We got guns a-blazing. We got kunoichis showing up in the back here.
Yeah.
These guys are about to get it. So good. So you got the Yakuza involved in this and everything. I got excited at first. I was like, is that Keiji Muto? I was like, is that the Great Muta? My favorite Japanese heavyweight wrestler of all time? I got excited. I know. It looked like him for a second,
I wish I could get him on.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That would be epic. Fight to survive. Let's go. So
actually, when we were shooting this part.
Oh, go ahead. Go for it. Go ahead.
So when we were shooting this part, this is the oneer, right after this, right? All from here, I think it was. Yeah.
Okay.
But so we shot this in winter.
Yeah.
So winter in Japan is like in this warehouse. I think it was -5 degrees Celsius.
Oh my God.
So so they're running around, for the oneer right here, and it is just, everyone's freezing cold,
Yeah.
But
5 minutes. That's a woof. That's tough. That's tough.
Yeah.
You guys pulled it off. But look at this. Look at this action, everyone. Look at this shit.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Yeah. Just, I mean, great teamwork, great camera work. I mean, you gotta give props to, all the staff, all the crew, everyone supporting, they did a wonderful job. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's a team effort.
Yes.
But for everybody watching, without spoiling anything, let us know a little bit about the plot, Shane.
Okay. So so this is kind of like a Mission Impossible type of thing. So the ninja, everyone thinks the ninja has died off, but they're actually, created like a covert organization within the Japanese government, a separate branch, and they're called SEEK. And so SEEK is here to protect Japan's, security, safety, everything like that. And in this mission, basically, the Yakuza, the Yakuza group, kind of a strong faction, wants to reboot Japan into, becoming like a world power. And so they bought, or actually they stole, this new kind of explosive liquid called RDX alpha, and they want to plan to use it to kind of create a rebellion or kind of like a restructure inside of the Japanese government and everything like that. So
Nice.
Seek has to stop them.
Copy that. I'm sold.
Yes.
Look at that. We got the Psy busting out here. Let's go.
Yeah.
So exciting when you have these different factions.
Yeah.
Going at it. Fight for the truth.
Yes.
Now, where's this location here? It's underground, looks like.
Yeah.
Where's
So this is actually inside a dam.
Okay.
Yeah. So
wow.
so the fight scene before that with the girls, it was on the dam, actually on the top street of the dam, and this is actually in the tunnels below.
Okay.
Yeah. So
nice. So we fighting everywhere. That's what's up.
Yes, exactly.
Look at this, guys. Look at this. Let's go back right here. As soon as he comes out. Look at this. 5, 6. Like, everyone's just going at him. I love that.
Yes. Yes.
Nobody's waiting around, you know. Great shot. Great camera work, brother.
Yeah.
Look at this. This kind of stuff makes me want to watch the movie because look at the concern on their faces.
Yeah.
They're like, holy shit, who is this dude?
Yeah.
Coming toward us right now.
This
you know he's gotta be a
bad.
bad man, you know?
Yeah.
So they're worried. But yeah, final 20 minutes is the finale, I'm assuming.
Yes. And so like it's basically the oneers in there. Also the 1 versus 2 right there. The one the shot where the two guys are, in shot with the guy coming at him, and also at the very end, the last battle with him and my brother. Yeah. Kansuke Asano and my brother. So
look at this. We fighting in the gym.
Yeah.
We fighting underneath the dam. We fighting in the warehouse.
We're fighting everywhere.
Ninjas in the gym. Let's go. This is the new Planet Fitness advertisement right here. Yeah. You want to train like a ninja? Come to Planet Fitness. But yeah, this is so good. Look at this. Woo! Oh my god. Oh, it's the kick.
Yeah.
It's the patented cane kick, baby.
So yeah, I asked him, well, because actually, he actually hurt his Achilles a few months before that, and so like, I asked him, "Do you think you could do the kick?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm not sure," and he's like, "I'll try," and I'm just like, we'll do like a few takes, and if you can't do it, it's okay. But he did it in like I think two takes or something like that. Yeah. So I mean, of course, nice. He's always ready. So
look at this perfect form.
Yeah.
So good. I love how there's just bodies laying around. we had carnage.
Carnage. You got to always have the bodies around,
Yeah. Now look, Kane, like right here, Kane did the smooth, beautiful, gorgeous back kick, right? Jumping back kick.
Yeah.
Right. And now he's right here. He's just taking it to the streets now.
Yeah.
I just go to the street. We can street fight now. Yeah. Let's go.
Thank you.
So good. It's just the beginning, Shane.
Thank you.
Just the beginning, man. I like this little anime little slice at the end there.
Yeah, so we actually put like a short animation inside the movie, and so that's part of it. Yeah. So
yeah. Ninjas are coming, baby. Yes. So when are the ninjas coming for everybody watching right now?
So right now, I've sent out Seek to like different film festivals and stuff like that, and so it's going around the film festival. Route. It will finish sometime in November, and right now I'm talking with distributors overseas as well as in Japan. So we're looking probably around 2026-ish. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, but it's still doing its tour. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, but right now we're actually in pre-production for the sequel of Seek 2. Yeah, and we start shooting.
Is it an electric boogaloo?
Yeah. So we actually start second week of May, I think. We start shooting from the second. Yeah.
So, I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
So, yes.
Right here, Shin says, camera work and some action is crap, but this action in Seek, you can see The movements, yes.
Thank you.
And
Yeah,
I hope Well Go USA gets the distribute your movie.
Oh
That'd be
yes,
perfect.
yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll make some calls, Shane.
Oh, thank you.
We'll talk when we get offline.
Okay,
we'll talk.
definitely.
But yeah, phenomenal stuff, man. I mean,
Thank you.
again, congratulations, brother,
Thank
on
you
the
so much.
success
Yes.
of Seek. I mean, I'm looking at. I mean, not only did the short film win awards,
Yeah.
but the feature film. I mean, look at this: best feature film, best action film, best producer, best supporting actor, best acting ensemble, best acting duo, best stunt performer, best sound design awards, best fight choreography, best editing. I mean, it's insane, man. So congratulations, man.
No, I mean, I don't feel like I'm a director. I feel like I'm a film lover. So I love action movies. I love all kinds of movies, and I just want to make something that I would enjoy.
I like that. Yeah, that's what everyone should be doing, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you could see it in the end product. You could see the love for the certain genre they're doing.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, man.
Yes.
Oh my
Gotta pay
goodness.
your respects,
That's right. Respect.
Yeah.
That's right. Put some spect on it. But yeah, man, this was a blast having you here. It's your second home now.
Thank you.
Home now. Come on back.
Please invite me anytime. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I can talk to you about movies and ninja movies and action movies and all that stuff all day.
Yes.
But this man's a busy.
Thank you.
He's a busy guy.
No.
Yeah. So until next time, Shane, don't go anywhere. But all you badasses right now, that's right. Click on the links below.
Yes,
Follow
definitely.
Shane on Instagram and Facebook and all that good stuff. He will keep all of us in the loop on any release dates for Seek or updates on the Seek 2 and all that good stuff. But yeah, everybody watching, don't forget to like and subscribe to the old Samurai Guy. You got more more podcast episodes coming up this Saturday and a lot of good stuff here on the channel. So keep throwing them ninja stars. Make sure they're rubber if you're in public. Don't throw real ones, but keep watching movies, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Oh, really quick before we go, Shane, are we going to get any more? Episodes? Are we getting any more episodes, man?
No, sorry, I'm too busy now.
I came across a couple of these, man, and I was oh, this is fun. This is fun. We need more ninja English.
Yes, definitely.
But you guys can find these on YouTube. You just type up Ninja English.
Yes.
Some fun episodes. But Shane, don't go anywhere. But I'll see you guys on the next one, baby.
Thank you, everyone.